Charlie Huntingford in the paddock here at Donington round 1, and you're fresh from your exams.
Yeah, so on Friday I had my business GCSE in the afternoon, so I came straight from school, first one out of school, sprinting out the door. So ran from there straight to the track, but unfortunately we didn't quite make FP1. So we started in FP2, which sort of started a bit rockily as well. So crashed in about lap 6, but it was only a low side, so not too much damage. But the lap times were good, I felt strong, which was quite a good start mentally and physically for the weekend. So yeah, that was quite a good way to start the weekend. And then qualifying, it was okay. I was sort of hoping for a little bit better. The track position kind of hindered my performance a little bit. So I didn't get like a toe, which I thought I would have needed just to get pushed up the grid a little bit more. But that still didn't really hinder my race. I got a good start. Got a really good track position in turn 1 and sort of made up a few positions there, but unfortunately got sort of duffed up a little bit in a couple of corners after that. But I managed to fight my way up through one group, got my way to the front of that group, then bridged the gap to the next one, but couldn't quite get through them. So good race for my fitness. Not fitness, what am I on about?
Well, yeah, fitness. It's. I'm guessing it's. I mean, I couldn't do these sorts of races. Put it that way.
Yeah, so it was a good thing for my mental sort of approach coming back from all the injuries I've had. So yeah, it was a good thing for my confidence.
Exactly. Yeah. So. We are at round 1. It's we're here at BSB round 2. It's our round 1 here at the R&G British Talent Cup, and first weekend of any championship, it's always a bit different. It's very much like the first, I suppose, day of school, isn't it? Really, see where everyone is, see how everyone does, and for you, how's the bike?
Yeah, so yesterday, I think in the track conditions being a little bit cold, we struggled with a little bit of front end chatter, but yesterday we changed the geometry a little bit and it was 100 times better. It was so much better. I felt way more confident, and I even went almost just over half a second faster than what I've ever done around here. So the bike's working really well. I've just got to get myself more dialed in and hopefully continue good ways in the weekend.
So for those who maybe don't know too much about you and your history and where you've come from, what you've been doing and stuff, of course, we know at Motorsport Radio, of course, but we've always got new viewers and listeners all the time. So just tell us, tell us how old you are. You're GCSE age, what, 16? 16 now, of course, yeah. I was 16 once, 100 years ago. But yeah, just tell us how you ended up here at the R&G British Talent Cup.
Well, so firstly, I sort of started with motocross, and then we sort of had a couple of my friends getting injured and things like that, and we just thought, this is not really for us. So we moved to Fab, which obviously a couple of you guys would have heard of. So Fab Racing is sort of the leading minibike championship in the UK, and I started on the rookie mini moto. We started on not the most competitive one to start with, but then got a good bike, and I started shining a little bit more. Progressed the way through the ranks at Fab, so we went from rookies, pros to the LC40 elites, which I did really well in that championship one year, finishing second, only 1 point behind the leader, which was quite a bit of a heartbreak, but one of them things of racing. And then we went straight from the LCs, since I was a little bit older and a little bit bigger, so we went straight from the LCs to the 70s. So I did one season in the 70s, proving myself with podiums, not quite getting the win, but then we went to the full-size track of Liddon Hill, which I think helped my size a little bit more, which I shone even more, so getting the lap record there, which still held today. So that's sort of how I got to British Talent Cup, and now it's my 4th season in British Talent Cup. Last season was a bit of a no-goer, since I broke my leg and then suffered a broken collarbone in the winter, but sort of that's how I've got to where I am today, really.
And motorsport, as everybody knows, is all about business, and being the young business person now that you are, obviously sponsorship plays a big part of that. So tell us about the team, the sponsors in particular, who's supporting you this season?
Yeah, so we obviously run a family-run team. The main sponsor this season is Holmes Construction, which is a great firm. They help us out loads, which is absolutely awesome in this sport. As you know, it's expensive and you need the funding to back it. So they're the main sponsor. Then we've got, obviously, as you can see on the shirt, all of the little individual ones, which just help with tyres, little things like that. So everything plays a big part, really, in funding me to get here.
Well, it is fantastic to catch up and have a chat with you. Round 1. We will, obviously, round 2 is only next week at Silverstone MotoGP. We're back again.
Yeah. Again, another exam in the morning, so probably miss FP1, but hopefully we can get a good start in FP2 and have a good one, really.
And everyone loves going back to MotoGP weekend. Yeah. It's just a fantastic atmosphere, isn't it?
Yeah, it's awesome being with the people you look up to, so yeah, can't wait.
Now here with Cavara Project's RS Racing rider, Jack Dunabie, who's at Donington Park for round number 1, and he's starting The second race here on pole position. Well, congratulations for getting the fastest lap in race number 1. But this weekend in general, though, Jack, talk us through how things have been going for you.
Yeah, thank you. It's been a really good start to the season so far. I mean, first time here, I've got the fastest lap, new lap record. Yeah, getting on really well with the team, so we'll see how race 2 goes.
And we were here a couple of weeks ago for testing here at Donington Park. How did you get on there?
Yeah, it was good as well. Just first time for team, just getting used to the bike, settings. It wasn't the best of weather, but yeah, it was good. We got some good data in, so.
Okay, and for those who maybe don't know too much about you, you may have just seen your racing here initially at Donington Park. I suppose we want to know really, who are you, where have you come from, what have you been doing, and how have you ended up here?
Well, if you don't know me, my name is Jack Dunabie. I was born in Scotland. I started off in mini motos with Alan McIntosh. I'd done that for 3.5 years. Then I moved on to the 80 in the Scottish 300 Championship. And then last year I was on a 125 metric kit. And then this year I've managed to get in a team with Covara Projects with Ryan Saxelby. So, yeah.
Okay. And what's the ultimate goal for you? What's the dream?
Just to get to MotoGP. I've always dreamt of it since I was little. So yeah.
Well, this is you couldn't have chosen a much more accomplished team in British Talent Cup to do so. Current reigning champions as well, with a number of champions, and well, you're right in with them. And maybe how much do you learn from them? How much data is shared with these other riders? Because Filip Sorowiak is on the other side of the team.
Yeah, I mean, you get so much data, honestly. The team's great. Like, if there's something wrong with the bike, they just instantly know what to do. Yeah, so it's really good to learn from them.
So going forward then, have you got like a career plan, a path that you want to, that you've got mapped out for yourself?
Honestly, I mean, I'm not too sure, but maybe once I'm done here, maybe do the rookies, up to Moto3, and then just work my way up from there. See where I go, honestly. Okay.
And your riding style, if you have to maybe compare yourself to any other rider, maybe I'm guessing in MotoGP, who would you say you were most like in terms of your style of riding?
Honestly, I'm not too sure. The closest person I could compare to, maybe Vinales, just because he's really smooth. That's my riding style. I'm not too rough with the bike, just smooth, flowing. So yeah, I'd say Vinales.
Okay. And first impressions, I mean, of Donington. We've done quite a few laps around here in testing, and so far in round number 1. Do you like this track? Like, how would you rate it? Is it in your top 3?
Yeah, it's definitely my top 3 in the British tracks. It's great. It's really smooth, fast flowing. It's got a bit of everything, and down craner curves, flat out. Then you've got Melbourne loops, tight. Yeah, it's a great track, honestly.
As I said earlier, we are speaking just ahead of race number 2. You're on pole position. Did you expect to have the speed coming into this weekend, really?
No, well, before we even started the test, my goal was to try and get in the points, and then last race I got 6th, so honestly, being on pole for race 2, I couldn't be happier. So it's going to be good fun.
Well, we'll let you go and prepare. Go and have your breakfast, I suppose. We were speaking quite early in the morning. Sun's just come out. Jack, thank you for chatting to us here on Motorsport Radio.
Thank you, it's been good.
Here with SMP racing rider, it is Scott McPhee. How are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Yourself, Lester?
Well, I'm all right, yeah, nice, and looking forward to, loads of racing action this weekend, Donington Park. It's round 1, R&G British Talent Cup, and you've already been racing in Spain.
Yeah, first weekend over in ETC for a wild card, Estoril 2 weeks ago. It was a big challenge with the Pirellis. Well, it didn't help with the weather as well, since we got Thursday, the 2 sessions on the Thursday, then Friday afternoon, and then the rest of the weekend was wet. Then not even the slicks with the Pirellis, it's the wets as well. Because initially, when you go out on track, you get no feel with them, but then the more and more you push, that's the better the feeling becomes. So it's just trying to find the best feeling possible. But new circuit, new tyres for that weekend, and when everyone else had been there for a couple weekends anyway, and they'd already been there with Pirellis, it was hard trying to get up to their speed. but we weren't miles off by the end of the weekend.
Well, that's good to hear. I think the term learning weekend, I think that a lot of people use, but it's good to see you at least giving it a good go anyway. Are you going back out there?
Depends what the old man wants.
How much money's left, basically.
Yeah, no, I want to do a couple more wild cards. We'll just see how the cards play.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good luck, and let us know as and when you're going back out there and pick some better weather this time. Although I thought maybe the Brits might go better in the wet. They usually do.
Yeah. Well, Ethan struggled a bit because he didn't have the best of qualifying. It was a dry track and he was out on wets. Then put him bad for qualifying and gave him a bad grid position. But then, really nothing I can comment on it because.
Harrison Mackay just behind the camera trying to make him laugh and put him off, so that's why he's not just chuckling to himself, by the way. So anyway, talk us. We were here a couple of weeks ago for testing, and how well did you go there? And how are things this weekend?
Yeah, the test we were struggling with feeling. I just, no matter what I done with the front end, I was just not getting the feeling I wanted. We managed to make a step in the positive direction in the last session, but we had an electrical issue which caused us to miss the last session of testing. Then when we came here this weekend, FP1, FP2, I was having problems with the throttle body. Like when I was coming into the corner, it just seemed like I was still on the throttle, but I wasn't, so I was just pushed in the front and I kept going wide. Then qualifying in race 1, we had an issue with the rear being too soft, so as soon as I let off the brake, the rear was just squatting down, and before I even touched the throttle, it was near enough maxing out. So, as you probably saw in the replay of it, race 1, Melbourne, as soon as I just started getting on the throttle, I was at 80% throttle and the rear just tried to spit me off. So we sorted that issue this morning, warm up, so just need to see how it is in race 2.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people working through one or two teething issues. We were saying to a few other people as well, round 1 it's always a little bit like the first day at school, isn't it, where you just kind of get the bike out. I know we've done a test here already, but yeah, it's always to see in the championship where everyone is and how everyone's going. Yeah,
well, it's still early days. We've only had 3 days. 3 days now in Britain on the bike. It was a new bike for the test, and then a new bike again this weekend because we rebuilt it in between the test and the first round. So we're getting the bike into a good position. It's in a better position now, so it'll be good for Silverstone, which I'm looking forward to.
Silverstone, this next round coming up, how are you going to do? Is a podium on the cards?
That's always the goal. No matter where we are on the grid, that's always the goal. So just to see how it is, see how the weather plays out, because from what it looks like now, it isn't going to be too good. But
wow, you surprised me at Silverstone as well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Silverstone in the wet's quite good anyway. So we done no bad there 2 years ago when it was wet. Started from back of the grid and finished P10, I think. I might be wrong. Well, about that anyway, so it should be a decent enough result anyway. So
maybe you can pick up a couple of tips from new podium sitter Harrison Mackay on exactly how he got his first podium here at Donington.
Yeah, I'll need to ask him a couple of tips. Okay. Harrison?
He is still lurking just behind camera, by the way. So anyway, Scott, thanks so much for chatting to us once again here. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you in a few days' time at Silverstone.
Always a pleasure, Lester. Cheers.
George Bowes stuffing his face with crackers, which is crackers. How are you doing?
I'm alright. Had quite a disappointing race yesterday. I had quick shifter problems, so I wasn't able to latch on the group. So I just had to make do with 10th, which isn't ideal, but I'm starting from 10th today, so I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, we're talking just before race number 2, just after race number 1, where Harrison Mackay, after how many years, got your first ever podium. Seriously, well done.
Yeah, it's took 4 years, so it's been a very long wait, but I'm happy I finally got it done.
Well, yeah, we had a little bit of a chat with you on the podium, with your parents almost like in tears, basically, your long-suffering mum, wondering when the day was finally going to come. I know a win's on the cards, though, soon.
Yeah, hopefully, obviously, if the race can plan out today like it was yesterday, then I've definitely got a chance of winning the race today.
Okay. And guess all you have to do is follow him.
I hope so. Just need to get a good start, because I'm quite far back, so as long as I get a good start, get a first lap, then hopefully I can be with them.
And you'll have lots of the rest of the grid, like Scott McPhee, cheering you on, who's just off behind camera trying to put him off as well, because... but George is remaining totally professional in these interviews, as you always do. That's what I like about you, George. It's good. So tell us then, what have you been doing in between the test here from a few weeks ago? You've had Julian with you again. Is he staying with you for the season?
Yeah, Julian's staying with me. I think I've got exams till Snetterton, so after that, hopefully I can go to Spain, do some training with him. But previously, since the test, I did one weekend at Mallory Park at a club race, but other than that, I've just been training, running and cycling, and so yeah, it's been good.
Sounds too energetic for me, to be honest, but Harrison, what have you been doing? I know you've been, you've got yourself a job now and stuff, and are you learning to drive as well?
Yeah, I'm currently learning how to drive, so I've got my driving test on Tuesday coming up. But obviously,
good luck.
Yeah, so in between testing in here, same as George really, I haven't really had time to, I've had I think 2 track days, and just training and learning how to drive.
And you're still an apprentice electrician, is that right?
Yeah, still going, still got 3 years after that, so it's going well.
Well, there you go. If things go a bit south in the test, I'm sure they won't, but just remind them, you've been on the podium at Donington this week, mate, so just watch out.
Exactly that.
Well, good to see you again. We're talking, as I said, just before race number 2, and we've got Silverstone as well, next week, really, back at MotoGP. How much do you love Silverstone, George?
Silverstone is my favourite track. I mean, I've rode it twice previously, and it's always been my favourite. I'm really looking forward to it. It's looking wet on Saturday, which is going to be very interesting, but we'll see what we can do.
I'm sure you'll go really well.
Thank you.
And for you, Silverstone, thoughts? A win, maybe?
Yeah, same as George. I love Silverstone. It's always a good race there, the 2 races. So it should be good. We always race in the big pack there, so a lot of battling, always really intense. So hopefully we can go for the win.
Yeah. Well, great to see what you can both do. Thank you for both chatting to us as well, George. I'll let you go off now, and Harrison, get ready for your big race coming up. We have found Marco Holt here, former Fab Racing champion, and tell us what you're doing here at the British Talent Cup paddock.
So we're here today, we were here yesterday as well, just to promote the sport a little bit. Obviously we've got the bike here, letting people know what it's about, showing them how to get started and stuff.
It is, there's always an encouragement to get, like you said, new people coming into motorcycle racing, young riders as well. And for you started out at Fab Racing. There is no better place to begin a motorcycle racing career, really. Hard, competitive racing, and it seems like almost a generation of people who you race with are all moving up together in things like Red Bull Rookies, and now, like yourself, racing in Spain.
Yeah, definitely. Fab was a very good place to grow up, obviously. Good tracks, good fun with all the friends in the paddock, but also the racing was great, so yeah.
So you have been racing out in Spain. Tell us what you're racing in and doing.
So this year I raced in the ESPK Talent and also the Promo 3. Yeah, so we didn't finish any of the first ESPK races. But in the Promo, we had problems with chatter. So in the first race, we changed something on the bike and it was a little bit better. But I felt I had the pace, so if we could fix the bike, I could win it. But we changed another thing and it got worse, so yeah. But good learning curve and a very confidence filling.
And what's it like, the culture, racing and living out in Spain versus paddocks like this that you already know and been around for many years?
Yeah, it's good. Good to learn. You got to learn a bit of Spanish as well. So obviously it's always good learning. But yeah, all the kids are nice, all the people are nice, everyone's all right. It's all good.
So your, I guess, career path, like a lot of people, they'll already have an idea in their mind as well. I know it all depends on budgets and how things go in the season, but tell us about what you're thinking about.
Well, if we've got the money, next year we'd like to do talent, so British Talent Cup, and then maybe a couple of wild cards in ETC. But yeah, and then just progress from there, really.
I think you'd go really well here at the R&G British Talent Cup. Ethan Sparks, someone you already know, of course, from Fab again. His first weekend, he got himself on a podium at race 1.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, really good. Good ride from him.
He's a good rider. Doing his own path on the road to MotoGP, as are you. This initiative from grassroots to Grand Prix then, to have bikes displayed in the R&G British Talent Cup paddock, it's a good one. You must get asked by a lot of other young riders how to get involved and stuff like that. So, big question is, how can they get involved?
Heading over to Fab Racing is the biggest part. Going and checking out the website, getting in touch with Rob and Roger, giving them a couple of questions and see what they say.
Exactly, and best of luck if you are starting out on your path to Grand Prix. And so what can we see you racing in next then? When is your next race?
So my next race is the 21st and 22nd of June at Barcelona, and then the promo is at Jerez. I'll publish it on my Instagram because I'm not too sure when it is, so just keep an eye on my Instagram and I'll put everything up on there. But yeah.
Exactly, and I believe if you know a little bit of Spanish, you can also watch the live stream of it as well. So, Marco, great to see you back here in the paddock, and good luck with the rest of the season.
Thank you very much. See ya.
Ethan Sparks, round 1 here at the R&G British Talent Cup here at Donington Park. Big smile on your face because you've come in and done exactly what you wanted to do. Race 1, we're talking ahead of race 2, by the way, but race 1 yesterday on Saturday, fantastic. You had a bit of a argy-bargy with someone, but you managed to work your way back up, and some big name established BSB stars taking notice of you.
Yeah, it was a really good race. I got bashed up a bit at the start, so dropped back to around 8th or 9th. I got back into the rhythm and managed to slowly work my way through the group.
There's about 5 riders all behind him trying to make him laugh. So Jack Dunabie, This is a normal thing, by the way, whenever we're doing interviews. So, Ethan, you're doing well. Well, you're a pro at this. We've been talking to you during your 2 championship-winning seasons at Fab Racing. And, the big question is, maybe I'm being a bit too optimistic and getting carried away a little bit, but I can't help it. Are you going to be a title contender for this year? Are you going to take the challenge to Philip?
Hopefully I can do as best I can, get the best finishes that I can, and after race 1 at Donington I realised that I do have quite a lot of pace, so there's quite a big chance that I could do really well in this race, podium, maybe even the win because I'm starting P3, and a few of the other riders I got tangled up with are a bit further behind, so maybe I could get past them.
Well, you've been doing quite a lot of racing over in Europe for those who have been following you. A couple of seasons in the MiniGP Austria series and the MiniGP World Finals as well. But tell us what you're doing alongside the British Talent Cup this year.
I'm actually doing the European Talent Cup as well for MRE Talent. It's my first season in the ETC along with the BTC. So again, I'll try to do the best that I can. Obviously, it's a really competitive class, over 50 riders, so it's difficult to even make the main race. But I had a good first round. We made a few mistakes, but I did really well considering the circumstances, that starting last from the last chance because of a mistake in qualifying. I managed to end up P4, which narrowly missed out on the to qualify for the main race, but it was wet, so it's a lot more difficult. I had limited laps, maybe 6, I think, so I did really well for the circumstances that were at Estoril.
Does being at the British Talent Cup prepare you for being in Europe, or does racing in Europe prepare you well for being in Britain?
I'm not sure really. It was my first race yesterday and I didn't expect to as much aggression as it was, because in the ETC it's almost contact every lap. But really the ETC and racing in Europe's made me a better rider, just because of the pace, the aggression, but the BTC race 1 surprised me a little bit.
Okay, well, tell us then, for new followers of yourself, people who are just finding out about you and what you can do, obviously, in races, how can they follow you, and where can we check you out, your social medias and stuff?
You can find me on Instagram. It's Ethan Sparks, Sparky62, and on Facebook, Sparky62. It's got all the information about me, up to date with my results, practice, training, everything. So usually find me on Instagram. That's where we post most of our results and everything.
I'm going to say good luck for the rest of this weekend at Donington Park, and especially for the next big race, MotoGP, just in a week's time.
Yeah, thank you, and thanks to all my sponsors to make it happen.
Here with the Wilson Racing rider, it is Lewis Mullen. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing very good, thank you.
So we're at round 1, Donington Park. Last time we saw you was here a few weeks ago for the test. How's your weekend going so far, just ahead of race number 2?
Yeah, it's a solid weekend for the debut. Second time on the track, second time really on the bike, so it's good progress. Qualified 11th. The race wasn't what I was hoping for, but 15th still points on debut, which is alright. And I'm just looking to reach that top 10 the next race.
Yeah, and I'm sure growing in confidence with every lap.
Yeah, it's just I wasn't aggressive enough last race, and mid-race I just gained a lot more confidence and realised how much more aggressive I needed to be, and I started making moves and attacking more, and I made my way up because I fell way down and I finished in a decent position, yeah.
So that's something that I hear quite a lot, and me not being a rider, it's hard for me to kind of imagine exactly when you talk about being more aggressive. When we watch the races on camera and stuff, is that literally you sending it up the inside, sticking your elbows out, just generally just being in everybody else's face? And is it that, or like what do you mean when you say be more aggressive?
By more aggressive, it's just make as many moves, try and rough the opposition about, try to let them know you're there, and try them just be dominant, you know.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, yeah, I guess that kind of is what I thought it was. Yeah. So, but me not being a rider, it's good to explain these things. So, looking ahead then, long season, Silverstone, MotoGP next.
Yeah.
You must be excited.
Yeah, I'm excited because in Spain they're all GP tracks, and to go on to a GP track next, it'll be kind of known territory, if you know what I mean. I reckon I'll be pretty good at it because it's a long flowing track, and last season I was racing a lot of long and flowy tracks, so I think I've got a good amount of potential for Silverstone.
It's similar to, not exactly the same, but similar to Donington, former GP track as well.
Yeah, obviously I don't know, I've never ridden Silverstone, but I assume it'll be pretty similar.
Well, we'll look to see how well you do. I don't want to jinx anything and put any extra pressure on you, but I'll just say good luck for Silverstone MotoGP. And I suppose it's great to be in that paddock, in that atmosphere, around some of the superstars who maybe you look up to.
Yeah, well, I don't really look, well I kind of do. I look up to Fabio Quartararo and Morley, Jonathan Ray, because he's from home and he's a world champion and stuff, but yeah, it'll be good next weekend. Okay,
and looking forward to the season then, what are your goals and targets here in the Wilson Racing, almost it looks pretty much like full factory outfit here?
Yeah, goal for the season, just consistent top 10s and points as much as I can, even sneak into the top 5, just try and put my name out there.
Exactly, and you've got to beat your teammates as well, firstly.
Yeah, Ben's given me a good shuffle around this weekend, but it's just the way it's going to go. We're not teammates on the track, but we're teammates in here, so.
Yeah, so I guess if I could read between the lines and hear the message that you're saying is move out of your way.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, always great to catch up with you, Lewis. Thank you for giving us your time. Good luck for the rest of Donington and for Silverstone as well. We'll catch up with you in a couple of rounds.
Thank you.
Staying with Wilson Racing, we've bumped into new media sensation. It is Samuel Munson. I say that because you've just done a media exam on Friday, was it?
Yeah, did it at Friday. Had to do it early under the supervision of my my teachers to come here to make it for FP1, and then did FP1, FP2, qualifying and a race on Saturday. Going well. Had a few technical problems, but we're pushing through it.
Okay, well, we're focusing on the positives, of course, always. Round 1, Donington here. How has that been going for you so far, positively?
I mean, the test didn't go as well as I wanted it to. I was well off the pace, wasn't in the right headspace. Came back this weekend after a good test at Holton. I was feeling confident. Went out in FP1, felt confident, was 10th, then tucked the front on a dirty bit of the circuit. FP2, went out again, had a few things to change, improved again. Then qualifying, I was trying to find a toe, I couldn't find one, but I managed to put in one of my fastest laps I've ever done around this track without a toe, so I was quite impressed with that. Race 1, we had a problem with the clutch, I couldn't go down the box very well. I pulled in the pits on like lap 3, got it sorted, went back out, caught up to a couple of the people at the back, and then my bike started dying, getting less and less power every lap, and I decided to pull in before I went too bad. As soon as I went down pit lane, it died, and we realised I cracked the piston yesterday, which is not what you want to do, but it is what it is. Tested it out on morning warm-up and we're all fine, ready for the race today.
Excellent. We are speaking just ahead of race number 2, so fingers crossed for you for that one. And it's also good to see you fighting fit again, in full peak condition. Well, tell me, do you feel like you are now fully recovered from? Just tell us, for those who don't know, what you have been plagued with, the injury-wise.
So I suffered with quite a bad case of nerve damage in my left shoulder. I've now retained about 50% more muscle mass than what I did last year in it. I have 95% movement left in it. Doesn't help that both my shoulders have 95% movement in them now after breaking my other one when I was in the Ovali Championship. But yeah, it's recovered well, long process. It took me about 6 to 7 months to remove my arm out again. A lot of physio, a lot of pain, a lot of sleepless nights, struggling, going down the gym every day, pushing hard iron just to make sure I'm coming back fighting fit. Still got a little bit more to go, but we're getting there.
Fans and the people like us, we never see that aspect of racing, really. We might see all the nice social media posts about you with a nice message about you pushing hard and training, but we never see the daily struggles, do we?
Yeah, a lot of it is determination, how much you want it. Going down to the gym, you could always do one less rep or do one less exercise, but if you really want it that much, you do it to optimum, as hard as you can for as long as you can, and that's what I've been trying to do. I want to come back fighting fit. I want to prove to people who I am and what I can be.
And you're here again in 2025, Wilson Racing, with what looks like pretty much a full factory outfit now, where you've got quite a few teammates with you, and most of which you've already been racing for many, many years alongside at Fab Racing. There seems to be quite a similar theme in the British Talent Cup.
Yeah, a lot of my teammates I've ridden with before, a lot of people on track as well that are in opposite teams I've ridden with before, either in Fab or in BMB. But yeah, we've all grown up together. We all know how we ride. We're all capable racers, and it's great fun out there on the track.
Next round is Silverstone. I've been asking everybody, MotoGP. It's have you actually raced at the MotoGP weekend?
Yeah, I raced there last year with carrying my injury. That was the last weekend that my dad really thought that I could race, because in FP2 I had my shoulder twanged. It froze up, causing my whole feeling weird on the bike, and even in the races I just didn't feel right, because I would make a good start and then progressively get worse and worse due to my shoulder not being able to manoeuvre the bike very fast.
That does sound awful. I mean, if I felt something like twang, I'd be out for weeks, laid up in bed. But no, you're doing well. You've done well to come back from your injury. And just talking about Silverstone MotoGP weekend, it's such a fantastic environment to be in that paddock. Bumping into, walking past, mega stars. Oh, there goes Marc Marquez, for example. Not there, but just for example. But that's what it's like being at Silverstone, isn't it? You get 1 minute you're here at Donington or Alton Park, next minute you're right in the middle of MotoGP.
Yeah, you're surrounded by people who've gone for the same struggles as you. Not anyone in there has made it through their own way. They've all gritted, gone through there painfully, all been through injuries and all sorts. It's quite inspirational if you ask me. If you ask a single one, they always have some sort of really serious injury that they've had and have had to recover from. They come back fighting fit, and that's how I want to come back.
So for fans of the Munson burner then, if you're not already following Sam on social media and through your tribulations and stuff and your journey, let's say, how can people keep in touch with you?
So on Instagram it is Samuel Munson Racing, and on Facebook it's Munson Burner #72. Catch me on all socials. We post regularly. Make sure we try to update every now and then. Posted a couple things on my training over the winter. Wanted to put some gym content on there, but didn't get round to it. Been quite busy this winter with physio and everything. But yeah, it's all good. Exams are going well, school's going well, racing's going well. This year's going to be great.
Well, good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you.